Yo, shout out to everybody out there. Welcome to Angry Fan Sports. Subscribe to the channel, like the content. So, I got to keep it real. I was wrong. I was wrong. I thought the Sparks were going to beat the Indiana Fever. Don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that. You see how our coach is. You see how we out there playing. Like, the coach's system is designed to hold his team back. Point blank, period, B. We want to play fast. We're playing slow. We want Clark to direct the traffic. She wants Leah Boston to be a hub. Like we want to do the pick and roll. She just threw the pick and roll away in the garbage because the whole league is waiting for it. Like, she's doing everything possible for us to lose games. I actually feel like at this point, I don't know what she's even thinking. You know what I mean? She came to a team that has talented all-stars on it, young core, and instead of coaching them and playing to their strengths, she's stripping all that away from them and making them conform to what she wants. And that just doesn't look right to me. I don't think we're still a championship team still. I don't think she's a coach to win us a championship. She's never won a championship. She won one as an assistant coach, like not her own. So I can't wait for this nightmare to be over with, for real, for real. But as far as the game goes, the Indiana Fever played well. They pretty much coasted, I want to say, to a win. They were up by like 20, but the fourth quarter, like, something changed in that fourth quarter where the Sparks really came back. And at one point, like I said, it was 20. They had got it down to 7 in the fourth quarter with about 3 minutes left. Kelsey Plum missed a crucial 3 in the corner, which would have cut it to 4, but she missed it. All right. If there was another 3-4 minutes, there's no telling who would have won this game because all of the momentum was on the Sparks side. Aaliyah Boston had fouled out the game. She only had 4 points. I got to be honest with you, man. I'm starting to feel a little bad for Aaliyah Boston. You signed a contract, $6.4 million, and you're just standing at the top of the key. She did give you 7 rebounds, but she's just standing there. And because that's what Stephanie White wants. If Aaliyah Boston had the pick and roll with Clark, she wouldn't have had 4 points. She would have given you way more than that. Like, you're taking her powers away. You're trying to turn her into a 3-point shooter. I just don't know what this woman is doing. All right. Clark out the door, a lot of energy still. She thinks she scored like 5 points, 7 points in the first quarter. From there, she kind of coasted to a 25 points. She had 24 points, pardon me. She had 24 points. Kelsey Mitchell had 23 points. Clark also gave you 9 assists. I got to be all the way real with you. Clark, you got to hit your threes. You got to hit your threes. All right, you was 1 for 7. I know you're going to get it back. I'm not tripping over that, but I'm watching. You don't shoot logo threes no more. You're shooting step back threes now. I feel like Stephanie White really destroyed your brain on how to play. You're overthinking things, I feel like, at this point. But you have to get it back because you're public enemy number 1 out here. Let's just be all the way real here. All right. The minute the Fever lose a game, they're going to look at you and say, oh, look at her threes. That's why they lost. That's exactly what the narrative is going to be. So you're going to have to get that under control. Other than that, I think she had some dope passes. I can't stand the fact she only had 9 assists. She should have had about anywhere from 13 to 15. People are dropping the ball. People are turning it over. People are missing shots. KK, I don't know what got into you. Clark gave her KK such a good look, and KK almost threw the ball over the whole damn backboard. It's like, what are you doing? Like, I don't know. But anyway, good showing on Clark. She definitely had a good game. You know what I mean? Kelsey Plum had a game high 25 points. I'm trying to think who else stood out to me. Sophie. From the door, they made it state. From the door, they said that they were looking for Sophie Cunningham. You could clearly see that in the beginning of the game. Sophie came out looking strong, in my opinion. I'm interested to see on what's going to happen when Lexi Hall gets better. Something tells me Lexi's going to be coming off the bench. Something tells me that. Don't forget, last season, Lexi constantly came off the bench. So now that Sophie's playing and she's getting off to a decent start, let's not forget at one point in time, she was shooting 50% from the 3. I can see Stephanie White starting Sophie over Lexi when Lexi's 100%. I can see it. I can see it just because I can definitely see it. Monique Billings played okay out there. She needs to work on her layups, though. Just got to be honest with you. And now, speaking of Clark's assist, and now Stephanie White wants everybody to make the extra pass. So now when Clark gives you the ball wide open, Stephanie White wants you to pass it to the next player. So now she gets a hockey assist. Like, that's tampering with her numbers again. This is what I'm talking about. What Stephanie White is doing is so blatantly obvious to me, it's disgusting. Oh, man. And y'all should have seen her face. It looked like at one point, it looked like Kelsey had came down on somebody's foot, Kelsey Mitchell. They panned the camera to Stephanie White. She looked like she saw a ghost. She looked like she had a heart attack in her throat when she seen Kelsey on the floor. She ain't never looked like that for Clark or anybody else who got hurt. She looked like she couldn't even breathe. Like she was going to just pass out if Kelsey had to come out the game because she was hurt. It was insane. It was insane. But all in all, I do think it was a good game. Hold on, let me bring the box score real quick. Let me bring it up real quick so I can see what I'm not missing. All right, Monique Billings had 9 points in 27 minutes. Aaliyah Boston had 4 points. She was 0 for 3, 0 for 1 from the three-point line. She gave you 7 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. Clark did have 6 turnovers too. Clark did have 6. Hey, got to be fair here. Got to be fair. From the door, Clark got the ball stolen her from Kelsey Plum. No one's perfect, but just got to put that out there. Kelsey Mitchell, we got to talk about you, Kelsey, man. Kelsey Mitchell, 27 minutes. She had 23 points. 3 for 9 from the 3. No rebounds, no assists, 2 turnovers, 1 steal, no blocks. Like, I can understand, Kelsey, that you're small. You're short. I'm not expecting you to get a whole bunch of rebounds, but you can't get me an assist, ma. Like, seriously. So you really only out here just to score. You don't get no assists, no nothing. That's kind of irritating. Because you keep talking about defense, Stephanie White, and you want people to play, but Kelsey literally is out there just to shoot. And she's a walking bucket. I'm not hating on her nothing, but like, she can't get a steal. She can't get an assist. You're not requiring more from her on the court. I think that's kind of wild right there. And it's annoying because it's going to be like this all season. I know it is already. It's like, I don't know. Sophie Cunningham gave you 12 points. She was 5 for 9, 2 for 5 from the 3. She gave you 7 rebounds. Clark, 24 points, 9 for 17. Her and Kelsey were both 9 for 17. But look, Clark gives you 4 rebounds. She gave you 9 assists. She did have 6 turnovers, 2 steals, 1 block. This is what I'm talking about. She ain't out there just trying to shoot and pass. She's playing defense too and all of that. Like, I don't feel like Kelsey's doing all of that. Marsha Hans Allen, 2 points. KK, 2 points. Ty Harris gave you 7. Raven Johnson only played 5 minutes. I mean, it's like a half, whatever. You know what I'm saying? The Sparks, NECA only had 10 points. De'Erica Hamby, 16. Plum, 25. She was 9 for 16. Ariel Atkins only gave you 2. Something happened to Ariel Atkins, too. I'm trying to think what happened. Did she bang her? It was something that happened to Ariel Atkins. I think her head. Ray Burrell gave you 10. Cameron Brink had a monster game. That was a good way to respond to the coach saying do more. 11 points. She was 4 for 6. I mean, she actually played a big part in them coming back also. Because she was hyped up. She was pumped. She had a mean block on Cece when Cece tried to drive on her. You know, all in all, it was a cool game, I want to say. It was cool. Transition points, none. We might have had 2, honestly. Like I said, we're not getting up and down. See, you got to watch what Stephanie White is saying. Yeah, we want to run. We want to get up and down. That's not what's happening out there. That only happens when Clark is initiating the offense and pushing the pace. That's when it happens. You know, other than that, Stephanie White is totally fine with people walking that ball up. Do not let that lady lie to you like that, man. Because she that's what she's doing is lying. Let me see what the team stats is at. Hold on. I'm surprised because we actually out-rebounded them. And I thought we was going to get smoked. We had 33 rebounds. They had 24. We had 23 assists. They had 13. They had 12 steals. We had 7. Fast break points. Yeah, see, we had 2. They had 11. And something to look forward to. Something to look out for also. So Aaliyah Boston fouled out. And Damaris Dantas came in the game, right? And then Damaris Dantas had 4 fouls. So it's like, we need some bigs. Like, seriously. Because Aaliyah Boston's going to be getting in the foul trouble. She just is. It just is what it is. She did last season. It's going to happen again this season. She just fouled out. That's going to be a problem down the line for us. That's seriously going to be a problem down the line for us, all right? CC then got the technical foul. Can I honestly say this too? And I'm a CC fan, but she's not above criticism. Let's be all the way real. I'm kind of annoyed with the technical fouls. I'm kind of annoyed with her constantly going at the refs. Like it's just like, CC, play the game, yo. Play the game. They wasn't calling no fouls on you before. They're making the calls now. Let them do their job. You don't have to complain about every single thing. Like, it's frustrating at times because you don't be having no energy for your coach. And she's doing you worse than any ref out there could, I feel like. All right, so I can see why the refs would even do that. But at the end of the game, CC did admit she felt like she deserved the technical foul. So I want her to lock in on the game. Don't worry about these refs. They're not going to change the call because you're mad or nothing. All it's going to happen is you're going to get a technical foul. That's what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be looked at as a spoiled brat on the basketball court. And that's kind of how it's coming across at this point in time. You know, I just got to be honest with you, man. It's irritating. But all in all, whatever. Like I said, it wasn't a fast-paced game. We got the win. Not really in a fashion that is interesting to me, I want to say. Like I said, in 2024, when she was a rookie, but they was playing fantastic basketball post-Olympic break. You wanted to stop what you was doing to watch them. Under Stephanie White's system, it's just like they're almost like a regular team. We just know them because they're fevers. But they're not. CC's not necessarily standing out anymore because she has to play a system where everybody's just passing the ball to each other. And this is how you know Stephanie White isn't the coach for her, because you should be able to take these three, and you got Sophie, right, and really make some noise, play towards their strength, and she just can't do it. She's a coach who has one way of coaching, and she's going to make you stop everything you ever knew prior to her and try to do what she wants you to do. And that's not the coach for these ladies right here, I feel like. All right? She looks on the sideline like she's high on drugs half the time. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think, though. I'm out. Peace.